Greetings, everyone all over the world. My name is Olu. I came here today to address this issue that love can solve all human problems. Loving each other, you loving me and I loving you, can resolve all human problems. Ladies and gentlemen all over the world, the lovers of Wole TV, I like you to know that Africa has not been developing. African has not been moving forward. African has not been civilized. African has not been, there has not been dramatic transformation in Africa. But today, I want to talk specifically in Nigeria, solution out of this horrible problem in Africa. And please listen, this solution is going to be clean and neat. It's going to be a solution that if you and I embrace, it's going to be fine. Now in Nigeria, we have experienced the whole citizen ruling the nation. The whole citizen ruling Nigeria, and Nigeria is still as worst as this. What do I mean by the whole citizen? Number one, currently we saw three ethnic group ruling Nigeria. We first of all see Jonathan Goodluck ruling Nigeria. That is from the east. That is from, like, let's say east and south joined together ruling Nigeria. You see, so that means that somebody has come from the east or the south ruling Nigeria. Now we also saw that somebody came from the north ruling Nigeria. If somebody came from the south ruling Nigeria, and Nigeria is very worst. Nigeria was not very better. Nigeria was not as expected. So that means somebody have came from the south ruling Nigeria. Somebody have came from the north ruling Nigeria, which is the person of his former excellency Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria still became worse. Nigeria did not develop, and now we have somebody from the west ruling Nigeria, which is his president, his excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yet Nigerian, things are not working as expected. Ladies and gentlemen, three categories of people have ruled us in Nigeria. And if you want to know whether something has circulated comprehensively, whether the whole Nigerian has participated, you try to see somebody from the south, from the north, and from the west. If three people could come out and do something like that and rule Nigeria, and Nigeria is still getting worse. Things are still very tough. Situation are still unbearable. People are trooping out of Nigeria en masse in their millions each day. That means that Nigeria, the whole Nigerian citizen have ruled Nigeria and has failed. Now let's go back to that tenure of power that we're talking about. Jonathan Goodluck is a doctor. He's a doctor of zoology, in a school. He's a doctor. It's like a professor, Jonathan Goodluck. So that means knowledge has failed us. Muhammadu Buhari is a local man. He's a local man, natural knowledge, all this kind of thing. That means local person who did not travel, who did not study, who did not do anything, has also failed us. Now, the person of excellence Tinubu has traveled all over the world. Exposure. That means exposure too has also failed us. Tinubu, our president currently sitting, has traveled everywhere. Has meander, as in travel, UK, US, Canada, China. That means exposure. Education, exposure, and military mind. That is, Muhammadu Buhari was using military mind, because not as if he was military as it were, but he was a military man and he came. That means almost everything has failed us. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the worst thing. It does not look as if we change the leadership pedestal, it does not look as if things will get better. Because if all the old Nigerian have ruled and things has failed, it means that something need to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on this note that I want to present to you what cannot fail. We are going to see it. Of course, you and I know that if something become worse, everybody say only God can do it. Only God can solve the problem. Only God can do the problem. So now let's go and see the God who can solve the problem did not leave us in the dark. Let's go and see what he recommend that we should do when everything fail. Let's go and see. The thing is in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Let's go and see. We have seen vividly, it is 100% clear now that no Nigerian can come out and rule this nation very well without things getting worse. Let the most brilliant person, in fact, it has already happened, sef. Now, one solution is left for we to do, and that solution is just in one verse of the Bible. thank God, it's not in many verses. Not as if we'll go and search and be knowing what is the way forward. When situation is burdensome, when life become unbearable for the poor masses, for many people, we ask only God can do it. So what is God saying? Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen to what 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 8 said, charity never fail, but whether there be prophecies, it shall fail. We all know that church have failed. But there is one thing that will never ever fail. The Bible said charity. You help me and I help you. That is charity. Charity, the synonym of charity means love. You loving me and I loving you. You assisting me and I assist you. It will not only put food on our table. It will not only put shelter on our table. It will make us to be fulfilling destiny that God created us. And that is the highest form of living ever. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible is telling us something today that this may fail. Let's go ahead and see what can fail. Charity will never fail, but whether there be prophecy, they shall fail. That is, church will fail. If church will fail, if there is no love, they shall fail. Whether there be tongue, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, of course, that is what we're talking about. We talk about knowledge of exposure. Mr. is sitting president. His knowledge is exposure. We talk about Goodluck Jonathan, a doctor, not medical doctor, a doctor in science, because both zoology is in science. A doctor is in science, it failed. We also talk about other this thing, and they fail. But now, let's go ahead and see. He said, whether there be knowledge, it shall fail. Now let's take that one again. Charity never fail, but whether there be prophecy, they shall fail. Whether there be tongue, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. Whether there be knowledge, tongue, it shall vanish away. But there is one thing that the Bible said will never ever fail. That thing, we have not tried it in Nigeria. And now I'm going to be, which is charity or love or kindness or helping or philanthropist. You caring for me and I care for you. With the little thing that I have, we should show love. Una no come from the same tribe. That doesn't matter, brother. It doesn't matter. Show your love. Whoa. If you show your love. If you be Igbo and the second person is Yoruba, that doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. Show your love, we will assist the little way you can. This is the only thing that will develop Nigeria. Let the politician be stealing. Let pastor be collecting everything. Let everywhere fail. The Bible tells us that you loving me and I loving you, that will never fail. In fact, Bible have foreseen it. He said knowledge will fail. Prophecy is talking about all those pastors, all those prophets, all those prophetic movement, prosperity message. He shall fail. Oh, in fact, prophecy has failed so woefully. In fact, pastors have failed more than politicians. Today we see some pastors trying to caution other pastors that we have steal from these poor people too much. Let's not be collecting things from old mama that cannot eat. Let's not be collecting everything. We have steal from these people too much. If we have tell them that God will prosper them, yet God did not prosper them, because God will never ever prosper what you did not bring from his word. God will never prosper. We are still from people. Let's forgive them. Another dichotomy of pastors saying that no, we are like lion. We have already put our mouth in the flesh of the prey, and until we draw all the meat, until we remove all the money, until we collect all the money in form of tithe, offering, seed, all those things, we will never ever leave them. We have already captured these people. These people have already been coming to church. So now, ladies and gentlemen, listen. There is one thing that will never ever fail. It is kindness, me loving you and you loving me. Let all the pastors, let all the politicians, let all the, in fact, if those ones, let alone education, let alone economics, let alone business, let alone, they are failing. But there is one thing that will never ever fail. The love of God. The love of God will never ever fail. It is, finally, let me just read one verse. Let me just read one verse for you. I will tell you why it is under must that I will be coming in almost every day to tell you how love can provide solution to all our bugging problem. It is under must that I must tell you, that I must come out today. God, I saw Holy Spirit grab me and said, be coming out to be teaching people how love me loving you can stop criminal, can stop stealing, can stop armed robbery, can stop ritual killing, can stop every nefarious activities. That's why I will be coming out today to pick each of the situation. One situation, I will pick it up and provide how love can solve that problem. But let's go ahead and see something. Why did I say so that I am? First John chapter 1 verse 2. First John chapter 2 verse 10. First John chapter 2 verse 10. He said, he that love his brother abide in light, and there is no occasion of stumbling in him. God have promised that I will not stumble because I love Nigeria, because I love my brothers, because I love people. He said, I abide in the light of God that provides solution to the world. Do you understand this thing now? He said, he that love his brother is abide in light. Everybody knows that I love. I have a foundation. We have a foundation that we go about helping poor people. In our house here, we have about two people, and some people again also hanging around us that we are assisting them. So now, Bible, but that is not the point here. The Bible said that if you love, you abide in the light of the world that can provide solution to the world. And you cannot stumble. That is, you cannot talk nonsense. There is no time that you will talk what does not make sense. All your talk will be providing solutions. This is why I see it deemed for me to be coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, Oyekanoluwole Basi. I'm going to be coming out almost every day to pick out one problem in news, in newspaper, in Facebook, and try to see how the love of God can provide solution that never ever fail. A kind of solution that never ever fail. Love, problem of children pregnancy, all this kind of problem will be done. I welcome you to this era. I remain Oyekanoluwole Basi. Thanks. Bye for now.